things. It's 9 o'clock. We've got 3 degrees at the moment, so not boiling. And we're off down the river, or we're off down the Broads. But first of all, I've just put an order in at Angler Direct to get some maggots and some worms. Go to Quay today, I think. Been down there and done a bit of a recce and sort of had a look round. Had a little go and sort of worked out where a few fish are off camera. And today I'm hopefully going to put a few in the net and bring a few to camera. Got all my gear and stuff with me I need. Got some ground baits, got some hemp, sweet corn, casters. As I say, I'm picking up some maggots and some worms right now. Got some bread. That's pretty much what I'm going to need, to be fair. I'm going to have one rod out on the float, fishing just off the bottom, and then I'm going to have a feeder rod out on the bottom, so I can put that ground bait out and maybe bring in a few bream. Try some bigger baits on the feeder rod while I'm catching a few fish, hopefully on the float rod. That's the plan. Let's hope that everything goes to plan and we get a few fish. Been fairly hard on the rivers lately. Did have a couple of nice big roach on the wave meet a few weeks ago. One was £1.5, one was £1.75, so that was pretty good. Wouldn't mind a few of them today, but we can only catch what's in front of us, so let's get down there and see how we get on. Good thing about where we're going is you can fish straight out of the car park. You literally park up, get your gear out, and you can literally fish right there, or you can just walk down the side a little bit and you're ready to go. There's a toilet block right in front of you and there's a shop just on the corner. So you're pretty much sorted out for whatever you need to do. It's called River Chet, C-H-E-T. And that's where we're going to be fishing today. So I'll bring you back in a little while when we come into where we're going to fish. And I've never brought this place to camera before, so we'll go down there, hopefully we'll get a few fish. So I'll bring you back in a little bit once I've picked up some bait. Some worms, tub of worms, the old maggots, which I'll just whack in one of my own tubs when I get there. And that's all we need for that, with the rest of the stuff we got. So let's get down there, mix up some ground bait stuff, chuck a little bit in, and see if we can get a few bites. Fingers crossed anyway. Alright, so I'll bring you back as we get into Loddon and we'll get parked up. Okay, so we just took a turn in for Loddon. Coming off a main road, going in. Welcome to Waterside Fishing Adventures. I'm Carl, and today you're going to be joining me at Loddon Quay. So let's get down there and have some fun. We're going through Chet Grove. Not expecting many people to be about. Might be the odd person having a little wander along the river, doing their exercise and stuff, but otherwise should be pretty good. Sun's out now and it's pretty warm, to be fair. It's warming me up a bit. Car's saying we've got 4 degrees, which is nothing special, but it's better than -3 or something like that. Through the main street. The white building you can see here on the right there is Loddon Mill. You can fish down to the right here where we are now. There's a little little river down the back here, which we'll try another day. We're going to go left here into this car park. It's very packed. I don't know why there's so many people there. There's a lot of people. So, we're parked up. I'll give you a little tour. I'll just get me suit and boots on. I'll give you a little tour of the area and then we'll get the gear out. So, this is the area. Doing a bit of work here on the edge here by the looks of things. I'll take up to the mill, show you the mill pool. A little bit windy, sorry about that. This is the mill pool. It's quite nice. It was a bit dirty today. When I actually come and checked it the other day, it was actually quite clear. See where the old mill's working up there, where they used to work. It's not actually a mill anymore, it's now like a therapeutic centre now. Massages and stuff like that. You sometimes get a few fish in here, we might have a little go in here later on. Bridge is shut because it's being repaired. As you can see, it's pretty much falling apart. Tide's right up. I didn't know what the tides were today. Just thought I'd come and give it a go anyway. Got a few boats moored up. Around here is where we're going to be going. There's a shop just over there. This is the car park. We're going to fish down here somewhere. These are your rules. So I'm thinking this sort of area out into here. This is a view of the area. Or we could come over a bit like this and we could fish here, which we may do. Or we could come down here and fish off the end. Do the same down here. Fish off this end point. Got the old private moorings across there and the old holiday homes, which look lovely. Nice to stay in the summer. Fish straight at your back there. I think we're probably going to go for here today. Got a bench here we can just sit back on if we want to. Just fish out there, I think. Or maybe we'll come this way slightly. And fish out of this one. Got a bit less wind here. And more sun. Alright, so let's get some gear out. Okay, so we're at a spot, all the gear's out. Maggots in the tub. Mixed up some ground bait, ready to put out on the old feeder rod. Got some sweet corn, some more frozen sweet corn defrosting, some pellets, some bread, some tutti frutti sweet corn, and a pot of worms somewhere. So that should keep us going for a little bit. So we're going to get a few casts in with the old feeder rod, get a bit of ground bait out there, and see if we can get a few fish. Net's all ready. Bought the wrong net today. I bought the carp lander net instead of a loop one, but there we go, that'll keep us going. Got the kettle and everything ready for a drink later on, and everything else we need basically. Right, so I'm going to get these rods set up and I'll bring it back and show you what we're doing. Okay, so we've got the old feeder rod out, got a plastic feeder on. I plug with ground bait every cast. I'll put a few balls of ground bait out there, and I've got about a metre between the feeder and the hook, and 2 grains of corn on that one, hoping for a bream. On this rod, on the float rod, got waggle float on. Should be able to show you that hopefully. Sun's a bit bright. You've got waggle float on, and going about 6 foot deep, which is just off the bottom. Put 4 balls of ground bait around it. We're just waiting to get a few fish down there now. Handful of maggots. So we'll see how it goes. So I'll let you know in a bit. We'll fish for half an hour or so, see what happens, and I'll update you in a little bit. We've got all the swans and the ducks all coming around, they're grabbing the casters that are floating and stuff. So we've got some wildlife to keep us company for a little bit. Hopefully that's not scaring the fish too much. It's keeping us company. So got a lovely day for it. Birds everywhere, all over the sky. Like I say, swans and ducks. And I think I've got a few bites on the float, so I'm going to give it a little while and I'll update you in a little bit how we're getting on. So I've been here about 20 minutes now. I'm actually getting a few bites on the float, haven't connected yet. And I've actually had some knocks on the feeder as well, so there's some fish in the area. Just got to get them down on the ground bank and get them feeding properly. Plenty of wildlife about, as you saw. Lots of swans and birds. Just got a bird sitting right next to me now, taking maggots. Blackbird. And there's a few fish surfacing in the area as well, so I would think fairly soon we'd probably hook up and we'll probably get a few fish. So let's keep trying. I'll spin you around and show you where we are. And then I'm going to have a recast on these and hopefully get a fish. So I'm just out there on the float. You can probably just about see there. So I'm getting a few bites on it, getting lift bites. And I've been under a few times, but I've missed them, so I reckon that's some little roach or something like that. And I've got the old feeder rod here in front of the boat here, and I've seen that go around a couple of times, but I didn't keep going, it sprung back. So I think we're getting a couple of line bites, so I'm going to change the bait from sweet corn over to a worm on the feeder. Start getting a few chucks of this ground bait out there, and hopefully we'll start getting a few fish. Oh, float's about to go under, so I'm back in a sec. So just had a clonk and bite on the feeder and went right round and I missed it. So I'll take it out as a bream, and I'm getting bites on the float, so it's all good. So we'll carry on doing what we're doing. I'll put a big worm out on the feeder rod now, so I think there's some bream out there. Maybe we'll get a good perch. I'm going to keep casting out every 10 minutes, get a bit of ground bait on the bottom out there in the middle. And I'm going to keep fishing the float close in. So we'll keep doing that, keep baiting up over the top. Hopefully we'll get a few fish move in, and I'll start showing you a few fish. Mr. Pigeon's come over to say hello. He's trying to get some maggots. So the old feeder rod's sitting there at the moment. Got a nice juicy worm on it. And we're still down here about rod length and a half out with the float, and we're getting a few bites. We're just not hooking up yet. But I've got a fairly big hook on, so I'm trying to hook up into the bigger fish. So there's probably some little roach and stuff pulling that under. Hopefully some bream will move in and we'll pick a few up soon. So first fish of the day, little perch. Stay still. Well, definitely getting a few bites. Not connecting with quite a few of them though. Lost another perch on the way in just now. A little bit bigger than the one I had before. And I'm getting some big tugs on the swim feeder rod as well. So let's hope we can pick up one of them in a minute. And have something a bit bigger to show. Just put a low ball ground mate over the floated area. And obviously I'm putting it in the swim feeder. I want to cast that one out each time, so hopefully the swim's starting to build up. Been here an hour now, so should be getting a few bites. I've still got this rod in the same position, fishing just before the, well, roughly where that duck is, just out there. A couple of rod legs out. Still got the float down here. So we'll keep going, see if we can get a few more fish. It's a lovely day. But nice and sunny. A few people about. Car parks are absolutely rammed for people. Don't know where they're all going, but they don't seem to be coming this way. There's a few people walking along the river, but that's about it. So let's get back on this float and stuff and see what we can pick up. Little swans and stuff are coming in close. They're all feeding on the casters that are flowing up from the ground bait. So they're getting all excited. Keeps bringing them in and the ducks in. Oh, look at that nice bite on the old ledger rod. It's bouncing around like mad just then. I've got 2 bits of chopped worm on there and a maggot. Just all from coming off. Let's see if we can get a bite. What are we watching? Strange how it goes, it was absolutely banging like mad just now. I have got size 10 hooks on, so I'm not really trying to hook the smaller fish and the smaller bites. Birds all around at the moment. Hello, Mr. Birdie. So I get plenty of bites on the old ledger rod. Banging around like mad. Just not hooking up at the moment. Oh, I'm getting bite after bite after bite on the feeder rod, but nothing's coming in. You watch. Chap and his daughter's just come down the bottom end there and doing a bit of float fishing and stuff like that. He's getting some live bait and that's to go piking tomorrow as well. But it'd just be nice if I could hook up to one of these and find out what they are. Got got a couple more roach in the net now. Only small ones, so I haven't been showing them on the camera, but I'll obviously show them at the end. Hopefully we can get a few more fish. Well, I'm pretty sure we'll get a few more fish. It's only 12 o'clock. I'm getting loads of bites, like I say, but probably got too big a hook size on at the moment to be getting in these littler ones. I'm hoping some bigger fish will move in. Well, we'll get one if I light. Well, that's not looking good. I'll come back to that in a minute. Well, I'm not too impressed with that. The old gas has run out on the old cooker and I ain't got any spare gas bottles with me, so that's not good. No coffee today. Just had another little perch though. Only a little one, little stripey. Get it in the net, see what else we can get. So there's a few more people turning up now. Got a boy and his dad fishing right next to me now and just the other side of the next boat. So looks like I come at the right time. Boats seem to have slowed down a bit now, but we'll fish through it, keep putting bait out, see if we can bait up a swim and get some bigger fish coming in. So managed to pick up a little bream. Nice. That's what we want. A few of them would be nice, wouldn't it? Hopefully they'll get bigger. There you go. Nice bream. Let's see if we can get some more. Another nice little bream. Seem to be getting a few of these now. Now we're starting to build up a swim. That's all good. Lovely fish. Just what we're after. Hopefully they'll get even bigger. So we seem to be getting a few skimmer bream now. Hopefully some of the bigger ones will move in as well. I'll go on some bigger baits. We'll see if we can pick up some of the bigger fish. Getting bites on the float and on the ledger, so that's all good fun. Let's see what else we can land. Everyone else around me seem to be catching as well, but only like small little rod and roach, because they're sort of having a little go on the whip and playing, you know, letting their kids have a go. And then the dads are out there piking with live rod and roach. So let's see what we can do. Well, it looks like that one stopped biting. Strange how it goes. Get thump and bite, and then they stop again, and then they drop it and come back and bite again. Float area seems to have calmed down a bit. So at least we're getting fish from both rods, so can't complain. Lovely day for it. Just trying to gauge on how much ground weight to put out there to get a few Bream mooching around. So as you can see further down, there's not lack of people around there. There's people wandering about all over the place. People are coming down with coffees and all sorts and sitting down the side of the river. So So having a recast on both rods. Oh, got something suit out there, got to rip my suit up. Ooh, might have to get a new suit soon. See if we can repair it first. Yeah, so I'll switch things up. We're going over the big baits. I've got double corn on and single corn on the ledger. And see if we can get a few Bream. See if we can get a few bigger ones. They do get fairly big in here. I mean, 7-8 pounders not out of the way, but be happy with a 3, 4, 5 pounder. But we'll have a go, see what we can get. If I put maggot on with a small hook, I can literally have a roach or a perch pretty much every cast close in. That's not really what we're after. We don't want a net of teeny little fish. I'll try and get a few bigger ones. And you never know, might get a nice roach as well. So I'll carry on watching these. It's about 1 o'clock now. There's a lot of people wandering around the river. There's a lot of people down near the mills, people near the shop. The car parks are absolutely overflowing. Chap down the end with his little girl is gone now. He said it was too cold. But the chap next door, you can probably see he's fishing over his buoy. It's nice to see him fishing over his buoy. They're both catching plenty of fish on the little poles. Just little roach and rudd, that sort of thing. A few perch. I think we had a couple of skimmer Bream as well. So it's nice to see. Let's see if we can pull out a big one now then. Loads of bites on the old feeder rod, but nothing on the corn on the float rod, so I put maggot back on the float rod. Hook myself in the hat. The only difference to what I'm doing with the two rods is I'm obviously closer in with the float rod. We'll just put a double mag on here, red and a white. That's basically what we got. Red and a white maggot. While we're here, I'll show you what we're doing. It's got the old midi float, self-weighted, 2 weights, and then a weight down the other hook. And we're going about 8 foot deep. Well, bites are dried up on the float rod, but still getting thumping bites on the old ledger rod. So we'll have a go with that for a little bit. See what we can do. Got a fair few fish in the net now, probably around 20. And like I said before, for a while to catch loads of little ones, I could sit here all day long with a single maggot on, light line, you know, £1, £2 hook length, and catch all day long. But I'm trying to get some bigger bream. So we're in again, another bream. Putting a spin up for us, look. Nice to get a few of these, isn't it? Bites are getting harder to get at the moment, but I think there's bream moved in, the roach and stuff have moved out, so let's try and get a few more. Well, another fish. Get on the net. Another bream. Come here. Love. Fish on. Another Bream. Let's get some more. Here we go. Fish on. Oh, lost it. Well, it's literally a bite of cast at the moment on the old ledger rod. It's literally out there, I don't know, about a minute, if that, and most of the time that's got another bite. Sometimes there's little roach and little skimmers, but a lot of the time that's half decent bream. So the old float rod side of things though, don't seem to be doing too much. I can never close in and catch little fish, but don't seem to be getting bream on the spot where we've been baiting up during the day. I might have another go. I'm going to concentrate on the old ledger rod for a little bit, I think. Time now is getting on a bit now. It's 3 o'clock. Got about an hour till dark. But we're going to fish it till dark because there's a big lamp right behind us, and I've got my headlamp with me anyway. So we'll have a few more casts after dark as well, I think. And see how we get on. And if the bream are going to get any bigger, or we just keep feeding the swim, and you never know what you're going to get, do you? So we'll carry on and let's see what else we can catch. I'm obviously putting a few in the net and not showing them because they're smaller fish. I'm showing the bream and stuff and most of them. So let's get some more. So I put the float down the edge of the wall close in, a piece of worm on. Mr. Perch. A bit bigger than the ones we had earlier on, so that's nice. Nice to get a few perch. Go on, put your fin up. They're brilliant when they got their old fin up like that, aren't they? So yeah, nice fish. See if we can get a few more and see if we can keep making them go bigger. So everyone to my right now is either packed up or moved. One of the chaps is just up there with his boy and doing a bit of piking near the weir there, and the boy's pulling up roach up near the mill. Oh, looks like we've got a nice bite. Lovely. Fish on, I reckon. Let's try. Yep, fish on. Oh, lost it again. So let's have a cast on the float down here where you can see it and see if we can get a fish. Okay, so quick flick out past the boat. Bring it in. Somewhere here. So I've got a knock on the feeder rod as well. I've got corn and a bunch of maggots on there. Trying to go for a bigger bream. Getting little knocks, but it's not really taking it away, is it? But then I am sort of probably 1.5 times over depth down here. A bit close in. Here come the old swan family again. There's also a load more down that way. And we'll just come from downriver down there. Fish on. Way. So we have a bream. Whoa, nice wriggly slimy bream. Probably the biggest one of the day so far. See if we can get a few more and see if they keep getting bigger, because they are at the moment. Hope you're ready for this massive fish. Way. You caught one there for a long time. Right, let's get back out and catch some more bream. Fish on. Fighting hard for a bream anyway. Oh, that's because it's not. What is it? Got another one. Lovely. Right. Put it away. See if we can get some more. Well, it's going to be dark soon. It's 4:15. Just had a perch. Next time I come back, it's going to be dark, I reckon. Got the old headlamp and that on ready. Still got both rods out. A few people about. Car park's still full. Don't know where they all are. Still got people fishing to my left. And that's a lovely evening. Couldn't get the sunset because that was down behind me over here, so I couldn't really do nothing about that. But the old moon will be out soon, so let's have a few casts in the dark and see what that produces. Mr. Roach. Didn't mind a few of these. Hopefully they'll get even bigger. Let's get a few. So as you can probably see, I had stuff a bit all over the place today, but It's just the easiest way to fish. Still got the old ledger out there. Looks like it's still daylight, doesn't it? But it's not. So ground bait wise, we've still got plenty of ground bait left in the bottom there. That should keep us going for a bit. It's got sweet corn, we've got worms, we've got plenty of maggots. And lots of other bits and pieces, so we're still going to be alright for a while. Just trying to get a few more fish on the old ledger rod. Seem to have quietened down a little bit now. Oh, that's cool. All the little lights along the bungalows along the back there will just come on. Well, they're nice. They'll look good when it's pitch black. So, back to the rod, hopefully. This one's going to go round again soon. I can't remember the last time I've had a cast on this rod and not had a bite. Crazy. I lost quite a bit of bream on the way in, to be honest. Probably over 10, I reckon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fish in the dark and just see if it makes any difference, or the bites die off, or the bream get bigger. I think it's worth a go, just to see what's what. Strange how it all went. The section where I've been fishing with the float all day, where I've been getting a few bites, fair few bites, has gone quiet. All the fish seem to be coming out just under halfway out there, with the ground bait going out. I mean, I threw plenty enough round the float, just obviously that's too close in. With the bigger bream, by the looks of things, I can get loads of little fish if I put a single maggot on. I can get plenty of little fish, literally per cast. But trying to wangle out some bigger fish. We can do some tiddler bashing another day in another session. Just come down with a little whip. Nice tiny little light float. Really light lines. Just fish on single maggot. We can sit there all day catching silvers. I think it's worth me sort of holding out a little bit and seeing if we can get a bigger fish further out. This bird's trying to get as close as it can to me to try and get some maggots. It's trying really hard. No sooner did I turn the camera off a minute ago when we were watching a rod and got a bite straight away. It's crazy. The light behind me's just come on. So we'll see how light that is once it's basically what it is. Hopefully it'll light the area up quite nicely. Oh, here we go. Is it going to go around? Is it going to be a bream? Or is it going to keep tapping and be a roach? Or a jaggedy bite and that'll be a perch. Place your bets now. Here we go. Definitely some. Oh, slackline me. No, I missed that one. That's a shame. Right, let's get baited up again and get back out there. So, lovely bream. Nice fish. So, let's get some more. It's nearly pitch black now. Well, I'm well chuffed with this. We can actually get hold of it without it jumping all over the place. Look at that roach. Lovely big fish. You're gonna have to weigh this one, I think. Look at that. Let's put it up on the scales. One and 3/4 pound. That'll do me, or just over that, to be honest. But there she is again. Big roach. Lovely. What a fish. It's made my day, that is. Still finding fish. Another roach. Pretty good. Let's keep catching them, getting a bite every cast. Let's keep going. Well, start off small or not. I forgot my chair. My gas ran out when I tried to make coffee, so it wasn't too much of a good start. But what a day's fishing so far. Loads of bream, roach, perch, all sorts. It's been nice. And that massive roach, I'm going to have to reweigh that because I've got a problem with my scales, so I'm going to give it a reweigh just to make sure. So under this light while we're fishing here, it's really easy to see your rod. You don't need headlights or anything really. You can fish here quite easily. I'm still getting a bite every cast, but they've only been small fish lately, so I've just been putting them in the net. Hopefully I'll get another big one soon, and I'll be bringing it to camera. Well, I can't believe how this session's going. Another big roach. Look at that. Lovely fish. Don't get much better than this, do they? Net full of them would be great. And that other one I had was twice the size of that. So that's good. Right, let's have a few more casts, see if we can get some better ones. Oh, I just can't believe where the session's going. I'm literally getting a fish a cast. I'm not bringing them all to camera, I'm just putting them in the net, the smaller ones, and get some decent roach. Only gone and done it again. Look at that. Jesus. This is unbelievable. I've lost two as well, just as I come up and go into net them. Trying to get some light on them, but look at the size of these. Massive great roach. Oh, oh, oh. I'm going to try and get a better light if possible, because these are not showing what I don't want them to. I wish I'd have brought my stand and stuff with me tonight. These are absolute clonkers, they're massive. Nice big slab, look at that. Lovely fish. Absolutely crazy fishing. I think the big bream moved in and they're scaring the roach now. Well, I scared them off, which is a shame because I think I would have had a lot of big roach. I lost two right close in, and one of them was bigger than the ones I've already had. Another roach. Not as big as the others, but not bad. They're still coming in. So it's 7:30 now. We're still fishing. Still going to stay till 9:30, 10. So we've got a while yet. I'm pretty much getting, well, I am getting a fish every single cast on the ledger rod. A lot of them are just small roach, perch, little skimmers. I've lost a couple of really nice, decent roach again. Close in just before I net them, but not much I can do about that. And had a few perch and stuff on the float. It's a brilliant place to fish at night because you can see exactly what you're doing and stuff. Like a stay time pretty much. Need a headlamp and that to bait up, that's about it. You don't really need that. So I'm going to carry on watching this ledger rod, keep moving about a little bit, and hopefully I'll be back to camera with some nice fish really soon. Car park's still got a few cars in it. Don't know where they all go at night. Chap's still sitting here in his boat, having fun, I reckon. I'm still fishing down there with the old float. I know you can't see it, but it's just down there behind the boat there. And the cabins and stuff where you can rent out and fish across the road there look nice, don't they? All lit up, and imagine just sitting on the back garden, middle of the summer, barbecue going, beer, and your rod's out. You couldn't ask for much more, could you? Lovely. So, I'll see if I can show you the rod, but probably not. I came with the headlamp though. Now you can see the rod tip. Shouldn't scare the fish off because I'm fishing a fair way out. You can see by my breath. It's pretty cold, everything's all iced up. But you know, we don't worry about stuff like that. We just carry on fishing until we've had enough. I've got corn on this cast just to see if I can single out a bigger fish. And we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I'll be back soon with the fish. I don't know if you can see, but everything's icing up. My unhooking mat's iced to mad. All the ground's all frosty. The umbrella's like a sheet of ice. All the grounds and stuff. But we ain't worried. Let's carry on. Let's get some more fish. You would never think this is the middle of winter. I'm sitting here watching my rod, waiting to get a bite, and all I'm seeing is fish crashing out, fish surfacing. Don't know why they're doing it this time of year, but they all seem to be pretty happy and doing what they're doing. Can't say I normally see that in the winter. Still getting a few of the little perch and roach on the float rod close in. And I've cast the feeder rod across and over to the left hand side this time, just to see if there's anything down there where we had the float rod when we first got here. So fingers crossed, we'll sit on it in 10 minutes, see if we can get a bite over there. If not, we'll put it back on the spot. This is what I'm getting every cast at the moment. Whee. Good old skimmers. But at least the fish are still coming in. Wow, we've got -3 now. It's getting a bit icy on the old quiver tip because you've got the little eyes on the top for the quiver. When I reel in, the water's going in them and they're freezing up by the time I bait it up. So that's fun. I'm having to unfreeze them each time just to cast out. But it's part of the fun, I suppose. Never had to do that before. So, still getting plenty of skimmers. And don't know where these big roach net are gone, but we'll keep going as yet. It's only just gone 8, so we've got a little while yet. Hopefully we'll get a few more fish. Not many people about now, just a couple of people walking dogs and that sort of thing. That's about it really. It's quite quiet otherwise. Nothing like what it was during the day and stuff like that. But right, I'm going to keep watching these rods, make the most of the time I've got. Been here since 11 o'clock this morning, so got a few hours in, but had a lot of fish, so can't complain. I'll start getting loads of these now. They're not teeny, but we want bigger ones. Well, struggling a bit now. All my rod rings just keep freezing up. So the line's just not passing through them because they're literally frozen solid. I'm having to break it off every time. It's becoming a pain now because I can't even cast out without sorting them out every time. Float one's alright because it's got bigger eyes on it. But the quiver tip rod's been a right pain. Still getting bites. Nothing massive at the moment, just small stuff. But just put a big worm on and hopefully we're going to get a bream or a decent roach. But don't think I'll stick it out too much longer because it's just becoming really hard to fish just to be able to get the rod in the water. Just looked in the car and that's -4 now. So pretty cold. Right, let's carry on and I'll show you some fish in a bit. Be nice to end on a fish, wouldn't it? Got triple corn on there. So hopefully we'll get a bream. Everything else is gone, as you can see. Got a bit of corn down there I've got to sort out. Ducks will sort that out for me. Look at my net, frozen solid. Absolutely frozen solid. It's only been out in the water 5 minutes. Car's setting up there, all warming up for me. Pretty quiet around here now. A few people on their boats. Okay, so I'm going to give this 5 minutes and then it's time to reel in. So, all packed up, everything's gone, all the rubbish is in the bin. Anything left there is a few tiny bits of sweet corn which the ducks will clear up on the swans. Otherwise, all nice and clean. That's how I expect anyone who fishes these areas or anywhere really to leave their spot. That's how I always leave it. Okay, up to the car, gears all in. I'm going to take my suit and stuff off and I'll see you in the car in a minute. Wow, what a great session. Somewhere between 40 and 50 fish, plus the few we put back as well. So pretty good. Some really big roach, a couple of nice big breams, some skimmers, some perch, some rudd. What more could you ask for? The old ledger rod, pretty much every single cast had a bite. Even the last cast that I just had just now, I had a bream on or a skimmer on, lost it on the way in. Really good. So I'm pretty chuffed, especially with them big roach, and I think I'll be fishing her again very soon. Still got a load of bait left over, but it just become unfishable. Rods were freezing up, lines were freezing to the eyes, and they were just icing up. The ground bait was literally started, well, it went solid as a rock basically, because the water froze in it. So it just got to the point where I just couldn't fish. And when you can't feed properly, you can't keep the bigger fish there. So all I was doing was getting skimmers and small roach and the odd perch. This is not really what I was after. I was after some other fish, and some big roach and some bigger bream, which we got, so great. So let's spin round, drive out of here, go get some food and drink, because I ain't had nothing all day.